Welcome back, everyone, to the Myth Machine and the Vampire the Masquerade, Chicago by Night, Ashes to Ashes. We're in Chapter 5.
Out of hopefully 700.
Yes, exactly. Without further ado, I am Mikael Hellstrom, your horrifying storyteller who will traumatize all the players. No, the characters, not the players. The characters. And this show is rated R because there are vampires and they do terrible things to people. And what examples?
Also, I'm in it.
Yeah, I was about to say. A lot of violence there.
Some violence, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, who's with us today?
I guess I'll start.
Go ahead.
I guess I've won this battle of dominance. I am El Duende, and I'll be playing Tony Hernandez, the Bruja gangster.
Yes.
So I'll go second. And hello, I'm Dominic, or Domi for short. I am playing Sylvester, the rockstar Malkavian.
I'm Roger. I'm playing Goldtooth Charlie, and son of Black Panthers and former gangster.
Darcy, I'm playing Kate Peretti, a loyal member of the Pyramid. For now.
Yes. The question is if the Pyramid is loyal to you right now.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think that's ever been a question the Pyramid's asked.
The Pyramid is absolutely loyal, but the Ivory Tower might not be loyal. That's the point. Yes, the Tremere are definitely loyal so far. No indication of Tremere being nasty to Kate. Mostly because she hasn't met a single Tremere yet, outside of Europe and her sire. Anyway, last time when we left off, you were investigating the Prince's Haven, the empty haven.
And
There is no prince in there, at least.
yeah,
I believe I was accessing the computer,
You were?
and you were about to do a
Yes.
info dump.
Yes.
and
info dump.
Natasha here also stated the obvious, that we're fucked.
We've been talking about that quite a bit, haven't we?
I was distracting the sheriff as well with this while other people were searching around.
The sheriff is gonna be like coming in there, and if you're actively distracting him, he's gonna be like, "What are you doing
Well, no,
there?"
because remember, he was like, "Oh no, I have to watch you do everything." That's okay. Come into this room and watch me use this computer.
Yeah, and
he can't be in two places at once, so
He can't be in two places at once. This is true, and he is gonna go in there in the vault and go, "No, you ain't touching that. That's the prince's stuff. I'm pretty sure he has a lot of sensitive stuff
You
not
told
meant for
me-
Anarch eyes."
yep. But that's fine, because I'm not an Anarch, and you already told me we already agreed this could be important to the investigation. Information leading to his location could be on here.
I'm watching you.
Of course, please watch away.
Kate, let's see now here. There isn't a whole lot of investigation here on the sheet, so why
I
don't we roll a check for that? Wits and investigation. You don't need the... I'm not doing the technology thing now. It's just as a survey of the room. This is the Sherlock Holmes survey. Like, how many things are you picking out as you're just looking around?
Yeah, because the thing to let me use the computer was the subterfuge manipulation versus his insight wits. Which was
Yeah, you're
further
gonna
up.
absolutely. Yeah. Oh, by the way, gee, I forget myself all the time here. Everybody, do you guys want to update your desires for this and soon to be other sessions? I'm gonna go alphabetically here. Goldtooth, do you want to have? Your desire is right now is to do something impressive in front of the other vampires. I think that's probably valid still. Or do you want to change that?
No, I think that can stay as it is for now.
Kate, I have a feeling that your
Yeah, I'm
desire
gonna
might
change
have
that.
to be modified ever so slightly.
Yeah, that's fine. I will change it to... That'd be cheating to do it that way, but I was just like, oh yeah, access knowledge way above my station, which I'm about to do regardless. but it would be fitting.
Yes, it would be. Sylvester?
I don't know how to word this, but make an impression on people.
Make an impression. Yeah.
Mhm.
Not necessarily a good impression, just an impression on people.
I want to be remembered in their consciousness, whether that be good or bad.
That makes sense.
The sheriff's very punchable. You can make an impression physically.
Yes,
I don't think I
absolutely.
even would have to punch him. I just think I'll just have to be called a menace. A menace, yes.
How about Tony? Are we still to get connections?
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, that works. All right, so Kate, why don't you give me a wits and investigation check? Let's see what you might notice here in this room. I have already
Cool.
adjusted your willpowers for the new session.
Damn.
Nice.
I got lucky.
Yeah, that is about as good as it's gonna get. It could have been
And
slightly
on-
better, actually, with 2 10s and anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna update with some. Let's see now. You are gonna see lying on the bedside table is an old journal. Looks kind of like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Journal.
Also hanging on the poster of the bed is a pendant. Looks like a long onyx tooth, basically. And there's a bunch of paper documents lying on the desk. One is a taped up, like a taped up, typed, machine typing, type machine. There's people are still using typewriters in 1990. And something like a word saying cult and a map with a marking on it. And
Doesn't seem relevant.
also a bunch of documents also typed up with some handwritten notes on it. That's just what you get from a general sort of overview. While you start trying to break into the computer, which is not going to be terribly hard for you. It is an impressive machine for the time. What was the fastest machine you could have in 1990?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure
It's
I
or
could
something.
I could probably just take half because that's 4 successes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the fastest PC of 1990 would have been like, I don't know, 386 or something? I don't remember.
It would have been like 5 years to load anything.
Yeah, it takes a while. This one is impressive. It has an enormous hard drive. It's 80 megabytes big.
So it's probably like 40 pounds.
But yeah,
Or like
it's
6.
actually fairly well hidden. The passwords are fairly well designed to get into.
If you need me to roll, I'll roll.
No, do I? Let me check here for difficulties.
I have both of my dogs with me now.
You know what? I think I do need you to roll. This is going to be hard, so it's actually 5 successes needed, not just 4.
Damn.
I do have specialty hacking.
You do have specialty hacking,
Which helps.
So yeah, that does help. So you have 9 dice in total. It's the first time in a long time that Kate has been challenged by computer. 2 successes. Ah, Kate.
Oi!
I will re-roll. Willpower re-roll.
Yes.
That was
max
tough.
3.
You have 3 successes at the moment. You can. This is just going to take a little bit longer time, basically.
Fair enough.
The sheriff is going to stand there, and you're not going to do it fast. And Kate feels annoyed by the fact that this is
It's
actually
taking-
sophisticated, and whoever did this was really competent.
Don't forget, once you actually get in, you have to go, I'm in.
Yes.
I think she's also a bit thrown by the vision she just received from Sylvester and the chessboard.
That could be the case. That could definitely be the case. That was weird. Anyway, Sylvester, what are we doing there? Just looking in through the door?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a look at this room. Is this like a actual bed, or
Yes,
does he have
it's
like?
a four-poster bed, very comfortable, silken sheets, the whole 9 yards.
I think Sylvester is gonna look around behind the pillows and under the bed because that's sometimes where people hide things.
There is nothing behind there as such. Yeah. You're gonna see, as you're looking over long enough, you're gonna see the journal lying on the bedside table, the tooth pendant hanging, which is, as you said, sick necklace. And the sheriff's, are you messing with the prince's private stuff?
Yeah, we're supposed to investigate, aren't we?
Between a rock and a hard place, you're supposed to investigate, and the sheriff keeps going, don't mess with that.
Yeah, I think Sylvester is actually gonna pick up the journal.
Very well. Yeah, the
Oh, you're
journal.
gonna read his diary?
Well, it's gonna flip to the last page at least.
Oh, you are. Interesting. Yeah, there is some text on the last page. It's a handwritten note. Someone has actually scrawled in the journal. And it says something for you. It says...
Oh, so he's dead.
Dedicated to Rourke, a fine retainer who sacrificed his life to bring me a worthless book.
Interesting.
Oh, he's very
That's a
dead.
shame. I thought I'd survive.
Really? You thought that you, as the leader, would survive?
What leaders do? First to
Yeah,
run?
he's gonna look at the book, look at the body over here.
Oh, 'cause the body was Julian.
Yep, the body was Julian.
Okay, interesting. Who's this Rourke person?
The sheriff is Rourke. I
Yeah.
haven't heard that name in a while. Yeah, he used to be one of the prince's ghouls. Decent fella.
He perished recently, is that right?
No, not recently at all. That was like, what, 20 years ago or something?
Oh, so he dead.
That's history long ago.
Does it say anywhere on the journal of the date it was written?
No, it doesn't. The rest of the journal is apparently belonging to a British admiral who's cataloging days leading up to World War One, and
Interesting.
there you now have it in your handouts, as it were. Meanwhile, we have Charlie and Tony standing by a very breathing woman who is not very happy with anything right now.
So I guess first thing Tony says is, hey, since we're stating the obvious, did you know water is wet?
She's just staring at you with absolutely no understanding at all of anything.
She said, we're fucked. And that was
Yeah.
already very established.
Yes, I guess it was. What do we do? She says. She's still very upset with everything. She told you stuff, right?
Yeah.
Is there are you satisfied
Well,
with your
Charlie
conversation?
will ask her to show us around the apartment and point out if there's anything missing or anything that doesn't belong or is out of place.
I could do that. There's gonna be a look of determination on her face. You've given her some kind of purpose and something to do, and she will take that on with abandon. So I guess she's gonna show you around in the various parts of this place. And how was your investigations? Everybody's a terrible investigator in this group. No, not a single Sherlock among you.
Wow, amazing. I guess this would be intelligence, right? Or wits.
Intelligence and investigation, because you have time, basically. You have a good deal of time.
All right then. What?
Oh, I like those rolls.
That was actually a pretty decent roll
Yeah.
for both of us there. Damn.
Uh-huh. 2 successes is not going to be enough for you, Hernandez. Goldtooth, do you want to do an attempt here with willpower?
Yeah, can do.
Nice. More successes coming in. No more successes coming in. I thought
Wow,
I saw a
amazing.
success coming in. And it wasn't a
Wonderful
success.
job.
Wonderful job. Yeah.
You're the best.
We're all good at different things. I guess.
Best detectives in the universe.
Yes, absolutely. Turns out that you're gonna get some help here.
Dad, could you not say slurs while I'm in the middle of something here?
That's at least something, right? Okay, meanwhile, as you are going back and forth in the apartment and checking everything out, and the kitchen, the library, and the Natasha's gonna be all over the carpet and just looking at, trying to find traces of anything. Kate, you're in!
I'm in.
Yeah, there we have it.
Sylvester is just perched over your shoulder trying to look at what you're doing.
Kate doesn't mind. As long as you're one more body between her and the annoying sheriff.
Right. Wait, I forgot to say something. Shit. Mind if I say it?
You can wait a moment.
Alright.
Yeah,
What's on the computer?
You are in the computer, as it were. And now we can simply take half here. There is... Ooh, yes, why not? You're gonna find some interesting files in there that may or may not be stuff that the sheriff wants you to find.
Question, with the taking half, is it rounded up or rounded down?
Rounded down. So
Makes sense.
you end up at a 4 until you have 10 in the pool.
Will have to be good enough.
Wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, there's a list. You're gonna find it. You're working your way through. Whoever set up the passwords is certainly not the same person who set up the rest of the stuff in this computer. Someone created the security, and then someone else operated the computer, and the latter has absolutely no sense of computer security. And it's fairly easy for you to find files like, basically, I guess it's a text file with information about the Kingdom of Chicago.
Would I have something to copy this onto?
There are... I'm going to argue that there are floppy disks available here, but now we're talking floppy disks of 1990, right?
It's a text file.
Yes.
Hopefully it should fit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well-
I'm just saying it's a 5.25 inch floppy. So to get that away from here without the sheriff noticing might require a bit of sleight of hand from someone, which is a larceny check. Because right now the sheriff is paying attention to Sylvester, right? So as you're flipping
That could
through,
help.
why are you wasting your time looking through that old journal? What is that about? I don't think the sheriff even knows what that old journal is about. So
He
he's
probably
just-
doesn't know what a floppy disk is.
That is a distinct possibility. That is a distinct possibility. The man is not necessarily the most technological person around here.
Rather than that, I guess I'll try to just act like this is just part of how you use a computer. Just
Yeah,
copying the data.
That makes
rather
sense.
than try to act
You know
fly
what?
just yet.
We almost never do that. So that's going to be, I think, a manipulation technology thing, which is an
Fair enough.
unusual combination, but it makes sense here. So half would be a 3, and his wits and awareness. You know what? We have to do a roll-off because he has that good wits and awareness.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Witty guy here.
he
Would I
is-
be able to distract this man?
You can definitely try.
Yeah, pull some Malcav shit.
Wait,
Yeah,
what was the
Sylvester
roll
is.
again?
I wanted manipulation technology because.
Okay, manipulation technology.
Yeah. This is just how you use a computer.
It won't actually allow me to choose. Oh wait, I'll put technology and choose manipulation. Yep.
Yes, that's how you do it. While Sylvester is
Sylvester
doing
is
some kind
just
of subterfuge.
trying. Is just trying to explain like why you'd actually pick up the journal. He's just if this was some sort of journal and he wrote in it, then he might tell us something about his current location or what happened the day he went missing.
Between the two of you, you managed to actually distract the sheriff enough so Kate can copy important things to the floppy disk. Now you have a list.
Important list.
Yes, it is. Look at that list, huh? It's a list of people in the city,
Including
Oh.
some elders.
including some elders. Yeah,
That's
this is
I just saw the name. Tony wouldn't see this, but I, as a player, seeing this, Genghis, like as in the Anarch.
yep.
So that's interesting.
And I'm just gonna give Kate back the 2 spent willpower she used, the superficial points, because you feel like adrenaline. If you had working adrenaline glands, you would feel a spike of adrenaline right now. But there's a definite sense of deep satisfaction inside Kate, as she acts as exactly the type of stuff that she wants to. Not necessarily related to the investigation, mind you, but
no, definitely stuff she shouldn't have access to.
definitely stuff she shouldn't have access to.
Because this is people and their associations.
Yes.
So-
Oh, very much.
This is. Oh, there's a lot of Malkavians.
Mm-hmm, apparently.
I guess Sylvester.
Although
is
to be fair, there
gonna-
could just be one Malkavian.
I see my sire on there.
That's
Yeah, but your sire could be pretending to be all of these people. I don't know.
not impossible.
No, it has aliases as well.
Funny thing, the first time I ever read Malkavian, I read it as Malvakian. And ever since then, I've had that other way of saying it fighting in my brain.
I think Sylvester is gonna note down the name so Evan Klein to his memory.
Yeah.
Oh, Balthazar is the Bruja
Yeah.
sheriff. Huh.
Mr. Balthazar. Yeah.
And you notice as well, Neil Graham. There's nothing under it for his interests, but his aliases are Carl, Vladimir, Leon, Antonio, Fidel, and Herbert.
That's
So that
amazing.
kind of gives a hint of what his interests are.
It's also interesting how he doesn't have information on Modius. He has Modius as a alias, and very little actual information. Which you'd think is surprising for a prince to have on an elder.
If you want to print all this, it will be a dot matrix printer that's gonna go.
So it will take 3 months.
Yes.
It will take 3 months and 4 trees.
Yes, and it's gonna exactly, and it's gonna go like chugga 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 chugga. Because
Also, there's a missing. An elder of the Toreador is missing. That's possibly a lead. And I have knowledge about the Primogen for the Tremere, from the Tremere in the area.
Sylvester, you're standing here and trying to distract the sheriff and doing all that. And while you're doing all this, suddenly you are not seeing the sheriff anymore, or Kate. You're seeing the door as it's ripped open. You don't even hear it. You just see it. The door, the vault door is ripped open. In floods daylight, but it doesn't flood on top of whoever is sleeping in here because the curtains are all drawn. And someone steps in. All you know, it's a man, very tall, very muscular. We're talking a good deal north of 6 foot. Like 2 meters tall, something like that. So what is that, 6 foot? I don't know.
So he's 6'5".
Yeah, at least. Yeah, something
Tall.
Tall. And you don't see a face. You just see the silhouette, basically, because of the stark daylight. And moving towards the curtains and then doing something there. There is movement behind the curtain, and after everything is like single pictures that follow each other, and then there is this huge person moving out again with something thrown across the shoulder in, it looks like a bag or something, and leaves out through the vault door again. And I want to have a little bit of a frenzy check here for...
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
Yeah, your beast seeing what it thinks to be sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
Which is absolutely horrifying. So...
No muy bueno.
Not at all.
Yeah.
2 successes. And you will want to use a willpower for that, because that's at least obscure. You need 1 more.
Okay, let's see how this goes.
Wow.
Oh.
Amazing.
Sorry.
I am scared.
And that, because we also know that you're a Malkavian, you will hear a grumbling in the back of your mind. Sylvester, we will tear your soul apart. And I think Sylvester is going to sit shivering in a corner for a while.
Yeah, he's gonna go as far away from where he perceived light in the vision and kind of just like... Actually, I think he's gonna hide under the bed. That's what he's gonna do.
While the sheriff is definitely watching that happen, Kate's going to pocket the floppy disk.
That is
Sylvester
actually going to
tries
work.
to climb under the bed.
Yeah.
For the caption, Sylvester.
Sylvester's gonna have -2 on everything you roll for the rest of this scene for those very distracting voices in your head. Yep. Yeah, Sylvester's lying under a bed and whimpering and snarling and don't come close to me because I will rip your heart out, something like that, probably. And the sheriff's looking at you going in under there, and then... What the hell? Oh, right, Malkavian. Wasn't that the case?
We call you foul demon.
God damn useless sons of bitches. And Sheriff, being bored, will leave. Which is good for Kate. And go and patrol the others for a while. While Kyle kind of stands here in the door and just looks in and...
Doing his Kyle thing.
Yes, exactly. He's just standing there and don't do anything stupid, because I'm gonna... Yeah. I guess...
Would I know any way to help? So?
I was gonna say, do you have psychoanalysis? But that's
Definitely not.
Skill in this. I guess that would be medicine. You know what?
I have chat room skills, not operation room skills.
Exactly. When this scene is over, Sylvester, you will be happy to know that you get her willpower, superficial willpower back, because you have made an impression. The sheriff
probably
will
both
remember
on
you.
Kate and everyone else for that.
Yes. Meanwhile, out here in the apartment where you are looking for things, Natasha, since the rest of you all are incompetent,
We're so bad that the prince could have been curled up under a table and we wouldn't have seen him.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But Natasha will be going over the carpets, the everything, and looking for traces, and you guys, you're supposed to be investigating this, but you did... Look here, I don't know how this is possible, but it looks like only one person has been in here. This was not done by a whole crew of people.
That makes sense, considering, we don't know that it doesn't.
What's going on here, she says. You have to get him back. She's just looking up at you in desperation when the sheriff comes into you guys.
Never mind.
Nope.
Oh, by the way, was there a bar in here?
I mean, the kitchen would qualify.
Okay, I must have misremembered what you said last time or something.
Oh, I'm yeah, I don't think there's going to be a bar in the rec room. There might be like a small fridge for lighter alcohol, like beers and whatnot.
Never mind then. Never mind.
But I don't think the prince is going to put like vodka in the rec room. Though,
Cowardly.
as a ghoul, you might be a bit more fortified against that kind of thing, particularly if you have fortitude. What are we doing when the sheriff comes in here? Like,
so if you're like a ghoul, you could probably like. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, the sheriff is looking at you and like, he's not even saying anything. He's just growling at you. God damn useless anarchs. Why don't you just tell us all where he is already? You don't have to break your necks over it. Makes it easier for everyone. God damn it. And he's gonna kind of just walk out here and walk around and mutter to himself for a little bit.
I look towards Natasha and say, that guy is fucking useless.
Not entirely, she says. He's, very good at bashing anarchs.
Yeah, he literally just left us supposed anarchs alone in this room with this door wide open.
Yep.
Right where the elevator is.
He's coming back. He just can't really... decide where he wants to be, apparently. You have the chance now, Kate and Sylvester, at least Kate, because Sylvester's under the bed, to grab the papers on the desk, if that's something you want to look at.
Yeah,
Because
I will walk
the
over.
sheriff isn't there.
For the Haven of a Prince, I did not get that many looting investigation opportunities.
Do they look like financial stuff or others?
No, they don't at all. Actually, going to make it.
Or maybe it would be a good idea to just grab it and investigate what's on them later
on, yeah,
once we're
yeah.
out of
There's like a
shot.
manila folder and a report of some kind. Yeah,
Ooh, a map.
yeah.
I was looking at Lodin's list, and Charlie's sire isn't on it either.
That'd make things too easy on Charlie.
Yeah,
You gotta work for that knowledge.
Yeah, I do believe also Kate handed the pendant
yeah.
to Sylvester.
I tried to at least. I don't know whether you
Do
could
you wanna
accept it in your
grab the
current
pendant?
hissing state. Yeah. When he left the room.
Sylvester's
He will awkwardly just reach a hand out from under
yeah.
the just
I'll put it down in the area and then take a few steps back as you reach out and grab it.
But here, in terms of vampire society, really, Kate is the management trainee who's just been given the job of handling these day laborers.
Yes, and you're the day laborers, definitely.
Yeah, who like a day drink on the job.
Yes, indeed.
You're very skilled at what you do.
You will hear in the back of your
And
man.
you will eventually be great for the company as a whole.
You say as I chug like an entire fifth of vodka.
Sylvester, as you're lying there, you'll hear that voice again. They're all lying to you, don't you, Syl? Or maybe you're lying to yourself. I always get those confused.
Okay. I think he'll just like, still under the bed, just casually fidget with the pendant and then like inspect it a little closer.
Yep. Yeah, it's a long onyx pendant in the shape of a very long tooth, like an inch long or a couple of inches long, maybe 5 centimeters. Set into a very nice, like, silver fitting with a nice chain that goes around the neck. And luckily, vampires are not sensitive to silver. Normally.
Most are. Most are not.
But there are
Special
some who
cases.
might be.
Oh wait, this was silver.
Yeah,
You
Okay.
touched it. You touched it, Kate.
you touched it.
That's fine. I'll pull up a sleeve just to pick it up.
Yeah, that's a good idea. But I don't think Sylvester is in a state where Sylvester will notice that Kate is handing you the silver necklace through
A rolled up sleeve.
a rolled up sleeve.
Another reason why she doesn't want to hold it.
Exactly. So what do we know now about the Prince's Haven from your investigations here? It seems like one single person, that's what Natasha says, came in and did this. Natasha has no memory of this happening, and as far as Natasha is concerned, everything was fine during the day. Someone turned off the security apparatus, so that particular hour has not been covered. Not strange, maybe.
The Kool-Aid Man on this door here.
Yes, was strong enough to just rip the door off the hinges.
Yeah.
And,
This happened in daylight.
yeah.
When you got the flashback, you got the sense of really old blood. So
Yeah.
does that imply either somebody so massively old that they can stay awake in daylight and bear the sun, or somebody like that has juiced up a massive ghoul to a ridiculous degree, so they
Or-
could do it?
There's also the option of possession.
Yeah, but possession does not necessarily give that level of strength.
True.
Or does it?
You can possess a
Maybe.
bodybuilder.
Yeah, you could possess a bodybuilder, but a bodybuilder is
Oh,
not known to be
bodybuilder.
able to rip open a vault door, so you still need some supernatural help with that. And you do know that some kind of supernatural means was used to open the vault door, like strength, because of what you detected through unseen presence.
Can
Yeah.
we tell where this guy came in? If he just walked in through the front door, or if he got in a different way?
Seems to have been walking in through the front door, yeah. And of course, Julian was shot point blank in the head while
Oh.
smoking a cigar.
While looking at that, seems incongruous to this guy's whole stature. If you're ripping a wall, like a vault door, off its hinges, you don't carry a gun. So maybe he was shot by one of the other people here. They may not have had a choice or free will at the time, but a gun seems a lot more like a ghoul's weapon rather than a vampire's.
Tony wouldn't know this, but are there any vampire clans that both have potence and the ability to erase someone's memory?
Potence and dominate? There might be!
I'm pretty sure that's Ventru.
Nope. No, they have 14.
No?
I think
Close.
Sylvester is gonna just slightly stick his head out from under the bed. Hey, is the sunlight gone? And the
Yes, you
big-
scared the
big-
sunlight away.
and the big fella, the one who broke down the vault door.
Oh yeah, because Kate's also seen this guy. Yeah, let's not talk about that here. It's not here at the moment.
Actually, did any of you who have actually seen this guy have any art skill? Could you draw the police photo fit?
I mean,
They've seen silhouettes, that's all.
he's seen a silhouette, so he could draw a silhouette, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Also, this guy was like waves of energy were coming off him, so it's more like you felt his presence rather than you saw
Yeah.
his clothing.
Very much.
But yeah, we've got a few leads.
And some of you have a lot of hunger. There's
We have a lot
Me.
there's
We're
maybe
very
a little
hungry
bit of a crowd.
lads. We're starving here.
Well, currently I'm at 4 or 5.
Yeah. We have 2 of you who are at 4. 3 of
Charlie's
you who are
down
at
to
4.
1 because he drank the rotting corpse.
Yes.
That was good on you. Technically, okay, so we've got a few things. We could try to talk to Mr. Balthazar about his report on the Anarchs. We can use Loden's list to try and reach out to some of the more elder vampires of the different clans to try and see if they've noticed something. Probably a good one to do that is, was it Grandma? Maureen O'Leary, the eldest Malkavian. But not sure what sort of information you could possibly get for that and what it would cost. There's also a lot of gangrel who just seem to be causing problems.
Wait a minute. Modius really did just pull the in and out 15-minute adventure shit on us, didn't he?
Yep.
Oh, there's also a Methuselah,
Hmm.
which I didn't notice, even though it's the first name on the list. It says Methuselah question mark and age unknown. So, if we can get a look at that person, we could probably just pretty quickly tell if they fit the description that we've got. But then again, not sure I want to run into a Methuselah in the wild. Did anyone else?
How do I get Loden's list back up now that I've closed it?
Yeah.
Press J and then go to handouts.
Oh, there
Press,
is
what did you say?
J.
J for journal.
Then
Oh,
you
there's
look-
achievements.
Lord.
The achievement, survive.
Yes. You're not being put to the stake yet, have you?
Achievements, do a sick guitar riff. Hmm.
It seems like a lot of things seem to be happening around the university campus. A few different notes are pointing towards that location. We've got the possible Satanist. We've got the Doctor, which is the possible Methuselah. And yeah, the Satanist cult. And the report on the Anarchs. I don't... Did that mention university?
And that's all the Wolfpack gang we met. All their listings they claimed as being reliable. At least Loden thought they were. And they said they do sort of justice enforcement. I guess we could try and recruit them if we wanted to.
Are we having a conference here? What, in the dining room, the office, something like that? The sheriff is not gonna be against you talking to each other, obviously. He's
Yeah, I
gonna-
guess that
Because
would
he
be
can
the-
listen in. I will ask Zar about the possible Satanist activity, and maybe they could be related.
I'm getting comfy on this chair.
obviously, what Satanist activity? He's, where's that? And he's gonna look at the map and go, can't go out there, that's outside of the city. That's not a place we can go.
But not a place you can go, or not a place we can go?
No, it's not a place you can go because it's not a place I can go.
Understandable. I hope the prince is somewhere you can easily access.
He's muttering to himself.
It's a good point.
Yeah, he's stumped at the moment, probably. Hells, back in my day, your immortal lives are at stake here. Don't play around.
We're not trying to. We're just trying to make sure that we get as much information to help the elders and the council find our missing prince.
Yeah, and you better produce him real fast. Now, where did you hide him? The Rust Belt? Where did you hide him? Huh? Warehouse somewhere? Sewers?
None of us here could rip a vault door off its hinges, or walk in here during the daylight.
So you had an accomplice then? Oh,
do you know anyone powerful enough to rip a door off its hinges? Because that's very much a person we would like to ask questions of.
He's being like, you're being tricky here. You're trying to trick me with some kind of wily stuff here.
You're a sheriff. I'm just asking for a possible list of suspects. Right now, you are very knowledgeable about the kin in the city. Do you know of anyone or anything that could cause this sort of damage?
Why don't we roll? This is a social combat situation, most definitely. Charisma. What are we going for here? Subterfuge is your best thing, but you're also trying to do this with
charisma and manipulation are the same for me, so
yeah,
I don't
but
mind
I'm
choosing
thinking,
charisma.
well, subterfuge is your best skill. So is this
Fair enough. Can't keep using it.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. And he will defend with composure and intimidation. Because he's basically just trying...
That seems like his style, yeah.
Yeah. He's maybe a little bit of a one-trick pony, you could say. Now look here, you! He got more successes than you. 4.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now look here, you. You better come up with where we have to go to pick him up. I'm not gonna get confused by your wily talk here and there. You say you're Tremere, and yet you hang out with these anarchs. I guess the pyramid isn't as loyal to the tower as it used to be, is it? Or this is some kind of double game, I know it. But I have my fist right here, and he's shaking it under your nose a bit, and I think that's gonna be like, yeah, a little bit more than Kate wanted, so 2 points of superficial willpower damage at this particular moment. And then he's gonna... Oh, sorry about that. I forgot a detail. I need to re-roll because he has a compulsion at the moment. So
he's
he
at
has
a negative
-2
2 dice
and everything. You may still make it out of this one.
Technically, I still have one. I could re-roll.
Yep.
1 dice.
So... Yeah, you're fine. You are not taking any willpower damage at all. He is taking a point of willpower damage. So he is
with my
not
2
going to
successes
be worrying you at all. Yes, he is that level of confounded. He's going to wave that fist under your nose. But
that's fair.
It's also going to be a fist that you know, that he knows, that will never be able to connect with your face at this moment because Primogen has said so. And Kate, you have read about Camarilla structures. You know what the Primogen is. You've never met a Primogen, but it's a powerful council. He can't do whatever he wants. You studied in Vienna. You studied. You've done your homework. Yeah, that's basically where he's at. Where do you want to go next? Yeah, just let's go, right? And he's gonna shut up and go and
Does
stand in
anyone
the
else have an
corner.
idea of to narrow down the suggestions?
And what was that bunch of stuff you hid and didn't look at? Do we need to look at that as well before we decide?
Well, do you
I'm
wanna
not
show
really
it
pulling that
to,
out in front of the
yeah.
sheriff for obvious reasons.
for obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons, yeah.
Just assume you don't know about Loden's list.
Okay.
Just assume you don't know about Loden's list.
Exactly.
Yeah, because one of you, I believe, was it Tony, who looked over the financial documents? Was there anything there that you found of interest?
Did I?
What was it? Was it Tony or was it
Yeah, it
Charlie?
was Tony. Stock market stuff. No, it was Goldtooth, wasn't it? It was, yeah, one of you. Both of you. Yeah,
No, it was-
Goldtooth has the higher intelligence finance, so he has an easier time reading those.
Right.
But
I
it
have the
was-
files, I just don't know how to get into it, really.
Yeah, Charlie's conclusion about the stock market stuff that was under Julian's still burning cigar is okay. So I guess the prince has a pretty substantial stock market portfolio. That's no surprise at all.
Yeah, not really much of a surprise.
No. Yeah. What do we want to do next?
I guess I can ask about the Black Panthers, because that was it anarchize? We've found information pointing towards a Bruja named Damien Balthazar that you may know.
Oh yeah, that little slime ball.
Seems
Free bugger.
He's causing the prince a lot of problems lately, hasn't
He's just a slippery little bastard, that's all.
he? It would be quite beneficial if the investigation, even if he's unrelated, caught him up, don't you think?
I suppose so. He ain't nothing but a neonate, though, as far as I know.
So are we.
Fair. That's true. Yeah, we should try and find him. That little asshole, little motherfucker. He's good at hiding. Slippery bugger.
Do you have any last known locations or information to help track down or associates of his?
I know one thing about the Anarchs. Two things about the Anarchs. First of all, they had a little get-together. Your friends did. Last night, right next to Daly's. And it was my pleasure, together with Kyle here, of course, to interrupt that meeting and basically torch the entire place. I haven't had so much fun since the Council Wars, I think. That was a couple of years back, so that was the best. That was a good start of the year, let me tell you. But
So you say the Anarchs have just been hit. Do you think this could possibly be a retaliation?
no.
Tony in the corner just stops smiling and just stares off into the distance once you start talking about an Anarch meeting.
No, hell no. That happened afterwards. This happened before the meeting. You catch me?
Of course.
Yeah, he was taken before the meeting. So they had an ace up their hole that I didn't know of at the time, because sometimes the Mr. Baller doesn't share everything promptly.
Everyone, I may have fucked up a little.
Yeah, now why doesn't
around
that
of character.
surprise me? Says the looks at
No,
you.
I may have perhaps met one of the Anarchs and called him an idiot to his face, and then just... Oh.
You
If we have
called-
to do any infiltration work, I can't do it.
You called Anarch an idiot to his face?
Yeah, Bruja,
I can
too.
appreciate that. Sheriff smiles widely. It's the first time you've ever said or done anything, any of you, that the sheriff actually liked.
Wait, is that burned down building, right? Was this the building right next to the restaurant we were?
The very same, yeah.
Is there Oh, is there any chance that was a distraction to get your substantial protection away from the prince?
That might well have been the case. You lot of trickery buggers, that's for sure. I've been chasing anarchs for decades now, and no matter how many of those assholes you stamp out and turn to ash, there's always some more cockroaches hiding out there. Good tarring and feathering, that's what they all need.
Guess I'll put it to the group. If we can't. The sheriff's vetoed going to check out the cult. I guess the anarchs are the strongest lead, aside from trying to talk with some of the primogens who may know information.
I guess
whether they're willing
Anarchs it
to.
is.
That's the thing. If it's the anarchs, then probably either one of us or Balthazar will have the next lead, the most relevant information. Obviously, I don't know any anarchs, but maybe one of you guys do. Maybe Natasha does.
All I know is that one of their members really doesn't like me.
That doesn't narrow it down.
You know their name too, probably, if you remember.
Genghis, right?
Yep.
If they don't like you, that means they're probably willing to meet you, if only to fuck you over. Which means we could spin that to our advantage.
Oh yeah, maybe set it up where
I'm not suggesting using you as bait.
I was suggesting just using me as bait.
Oh, good idea then.
Okay. Oh,
Why would you
you
start
don't even
around?
take my credit, okay?
I would just sat around, since Charlie knows art history, he'll have a look at the pendant, see if there's anything else he can see about it.
Yeah, Sylvester will show you the
Not
pendant.
really, no.
Looks nice, but
Wait. No, not really.
What was that, Sheriff?
No, he's not talking, he's just...
Oh, that was a storyteller moment, not a sheriff.
Yep.
I'll look for the faces. When you make the faces, you're the sheriff.
Yes. And I guess if you're gonna pilfer with the pendant...
Will Sylvester have it out?
Yeah, that was my question.
That's-
only if Golden Charlie would ask to see it.
Okay.
He wouldn't know
I
of
guess
his
he wouldn't,
existence.
because he wouldn't have seen you with it.
No, I guess Sylvester has just pocketed this at this point. He wasn't going to, but you gave it to him, so now he's just like, eh. It's fine.
Sheriff Balthazar. Oh, Sheriff Balthazar, is there any place we can recover? It's been a long night, and some of us have seen the sun, quite literally, recently.
Right, if you need... We have a few hours left of daylight, but...
Is it... You know we won't leave, but is it possible we can return to our havens?
Havens?
They will be
Hell
closed.
no.
Understandable. Is there any place you've prepared? We will need to be somewhere.
We can sleep right here in this haven right here where I can keep my eyes on you.
Of course.
That sounds alright by me. Yeah. And also, don't really have a choice.
Fair enough.
I just looked at the main picture of the lounge, and now I get what you were saying last week about how freaky the cushions look.
That's
Yeah, the lounge has eaten the cushions. It's absorbing them.
just a
The
little bit.
amalgamation of a...
Oh my god, it's literally the thing.
No, it's a
Also,
mimic.
don't look at that whatever I think it's supposed to be a plant on the table.
Oh no, I'm sinking
that-
into the cushions.
You know what?
Ah.
I'm just gonna say this design is actually canon, and that the print was like really into modernist aesthetics.
This is
I am-
Cthulhu aesthetics.
I am one with the couch.
Anyhow,
Yeah, and Tony looks at the furniture and just says, "This looks like shit."
so you're gonna stay in the haven for the rest of the night?
Do we have any tangible leads? We've got a bunch of documents, and is the sheriff willing to let us go and meet any of these, any of the possible players in the city
Absolutely.
to talk
Yeah,
to them?
of course I am. Like, I'll escort you anywhere you need to go.
Very hungry. I don't know about. I know Sylvester is also
Yeah.
pretty hungry. Is there somewhere we can get some sustenance on the way?
And we all know how vampires eat dinner.
Yeah. Goldtooth. I was thinking I'm a bit peckish, accidental murder peckish. And I'm guessing you are too, and we have pretty similar ways of getting food. I was thinking maybe we should hunt together and let you decide.
Do it.
I have a feeling that my style is a bit different from yours. I'll go on my own.
All right, says the sheriff. Let's all get you down to the rack so you can do the thing. Well, me and Kyle, we're gonna be with you and make sure we don't do a runner here, right?
Of course.
Yeah, hopefully at a distance. I wouldn't want you to ruin my style or vibe or whatever you call it.
He's just gonna give you a deadpan look. So it is that we head out.
Can't have the sheriff scaring off the hose.
Exactly. Or can we?
And I got the evil laugh down.
You do. The cackle. The cackle.
Mhm.
We're gonna head down to the parking garage underneath Sears Tower where you have the limo waiting for you. And Balthazar is just, better just lead me to Lone Amelia. You might risk your deadline, etc., etc. And why don't we have wits and awareness? Let's see now. We have. Okay, I'm gonna give it to Sylvester. Wait, things are happening. All the things are happening. Let's see now here. We're going down the elevator. Let's see.
I have pretty good wits and awareness.
Yeah, I know. But before that, Sylvester, as you're going down the elevator, nausea and images in your mind. You feel like you're falling and falling. Are you going to resist the visions or give in to them?
Let's give in to the visions. Why not?
Lovely thing to do in a cramped elevator.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes, you are deep in a pit or some sort of hole dug into the ground. The rock is cold underneath your feet. Far above your head, you see a light from a hole in the ceiling. It's the only entrance to this cave, you think. You're looking around in the rest of this place. You hear something behind you and turn around, and a horrible shape is charging at you. You're struck down. You're being torn apart, limb from limb. You're trying to escape, and the vision is gone. Why don't we have another trick test? Because that's fun.
A frenzy check?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's try again.
Are you about to crash out?
Ah.
You were about to crash out.
Oh my god, the willpower reroll this. Cause goodness gracious, if I'm about to... Okay, that's a little better.
That's so much better.
Boom. Yes.
You aren't gonna crash out in the middle of an elevator.
Sylvester is standing there, and yeah, as you come back to the world again, you will hear a maniacal laugh in the back of your mind. But it fades as you're disregarding the voices, aren't you? I don't even know if anyone notices that you have this moment.
I guess he would space out for a moment, just having an 8,000-yard stare for the most part,
Yeah.
clutching his stomach from the nausea, but other than that, he doesn't quite know what to make of the vision, I think.
Yep, Okay, the elevator continues. It goes down to the parking deck, and you've heard Balthazar drone on, and at this point I think everybody's just tuning out his voice. And he's going, "Hey, Kyle, right?" And Kyle is nodding, because Kyle is never saying anything, he's just nodding to whatever the sheriff is saying. Or maybe he's going, "That's right," and "yeah, damn straight," and things like that. Encouraging words to his master, as it were.
Yeah. Tony is about to put his gun in his mouth and just pull the trigger.
Aren't you? And
The gun's at. Does Tony have his pistol back?
nope.
Oh, so I guess I'm gonna have to get a new one.
Yep.
That's fine.
Yep. You know what?
Actually, I was about to ask,
All of you will, in fact, notice, because you can all take half on a wits and awareness check and still have 2 successes. In the parking garage, you have the limo there, you have Kyle going up to it, he's going to drive, obviously, and behind one of the concrete pillars down here in the dark, you see a face poking out. He's behind the back of the sheriff. A very young person. We're talking, like, teen? Looks like this. And
Sorry, I forgot to ask. In the vision, was it just the shape just a blur, or did I see any details?
it was a blur. You couldn't really make out. Yeah. Yeah, so I guess Sylvester is still a bit distracted by that. But the rest of you will. He's going like this from behind the pillar, finger over his lips, and he holds up a stake in his hand and points towards the sheriff.
Ooh, decisions.
Hmm.
No, you can't use Sense the Unknown to know if someone's a vampire or not.
Nope. Yeah,
Unless he uses
decisions.
the power.
Are you getting into the car, ignoring this young'un, getting into the car? Or...
Is he like a significant distance from us?
A little bit of a distance. It's not super long.
So he would have to run to
Yep.
catch up to us quickly.
Yep.
Okay. I'm just gonna choose to not do anything.
I'm not gonna do anything either because I really want to see the sheriff get hurt.
This isn't about letting the sheriff get murdered. It's just, unless this person is superhuman, the sheriff will hear him coming and react.
Yep. Charlie, any reactions at all?
Don't be a snitch. Don't be a snitch. Snitches get stitches. I elbow you.
No reaction at all from... Is Roger muted? No, he's thinking?
I'm just thinking if we should try and warn him off and just talk to this guy later in better circumstances.
I'm gonna say that while Charlie is standing there and trying to make up his mind, the young'un moves faster than any of you can blink. Literally, he's behind the pillar and then boom, he's behind the sheriff and just smack. And this is one heck of a strong... How old is he? 15? 16? Something like that? And he'll be just, "We're here to rescue you! Rise up and smash the oppressors!" And he's... Yeah,
Oh, they're a fucking anarch.
Mm-hmm.
boom. The sheriff falls over on his face, and this kid is basically gonna be like, come on with me, right now!
Oh shit.
And I immediately follow him. Hell yeah.
Fuck
Off
it,
the
let's
group
go.
goes, I'm gonna get murdered by default, so I have to go.
Yep.
I will at least sheriff to see if he has anything on him.
Kyle is gonna come out of the car like, what the...
Oh,
I'm
Hey.
running.
So everybody's running, and Kyle's, God damn it! And he's gonna have to pull the stake out of the sheriff, which means that everybody is running, and there's a car that's like the ignition goes on, it starts, and it's ready to go, and get in! Screams the kid, And when you get into the back seat, you will notice that the driver is another kid. And then you hear the screeching of the tires as this car just absolutely guns out of the underground garage and disappears into the night. And there, we're gonna turn to 1969, I think.
Keeps
Aren't
turning
we?
all these children.
You have been rescued by kids. Isn't it
Yeah.
great?
Probably not kids, and Oy.
Who are
That's
probably
fucked
not
up.
kids. Smash the
Was that-
oppressors!
Was that faster than was it
Hey, cab.
Tony or Charlie who did that whole really fast movement to the chopper?
No, it was Charlie, so it was about the same speed, yeah.
It's about the same speed. Okay.
Wait, no, I didn't do that fast speed. It was Charlie.
Yeah, it
but
was Charlie.
yeah.
Charlie did it, yeah. All right, I guess we're gonna be back in the 1960s, the groovy times. I really need a psychedelic soundtrack for the 60s, don't I?
Yay! Racism. Wait.
Etc. Yeah, we are at a different time at this point. This is evening. We're gonna go back up to Loden's apartment. Yes, we're gonna have the Loden's Haven view again, which is horrifying to see, but this time
guess
with a bunch of retainers that are you in a different world and timeline.
Yippee.
Yeah. Julian is not dead
Yet.
yet. And among you is, of course, the prince. This is the night of the trip. You are going to travel across the Atlantic. Yep, the journey is going to London, and the instruction is that nobody should know about the trip, right? Loden has chartered a jet for Derek to fly, so that shouldn't be a problem. Derek is also going to drive the car, obviously. Loden will say basically that, yeah, Natasha has the duty of being a bodyguard always, right?
Mhm.
And Loden has the order.
I'm here too.
Yes, you are. Ladies and gentlemen, now that we leave, first of all, you should be prepared for the trip. And he is going to present you with a chalice. And he's draining his own blood into the chalice, and each one of you will get to drink. That amazing nectar of the gods that just fills you with warmth and strength in every limb of your body, every cell energized. How does
That's good juice.
how does Derek feel like when he gets to taste the vitae of his beloved master?
So I imagine it feels almost like a sensation of speed, even more than he's ever got flying fast jets.
Yes. And of course, that almost halo of love for your master that just is reinforced. Anything for Loden. Julian? How is Julian feeling drinking this?
The second he pulls out the chalice, I was already almost salivating at the mouth, waiting.
It has stopped your aging.
Yeah, it feels like just fire in my veins, and I love it.
And him. Don't forget him.
Absolutely.
Natasha?
Of course, always.
I think Natasha would feel just stronger, more confident, just like ready to take on anything.
That makes sense. Yeah. Literally, in your just break their bones. Rourke.
Probably feels looking out at a city he owns, that Loden owns, and feeling a deep connection to that level of authority.
Yes. Yes. Authority. You are drinking, of course, the most exquisite of vampire bloods. Isn't it good to not be servant of an anarch? I mean, how do they even put up with themselves? Yeah. Very good. We're all gonna enter the elevator and go down to the parking garage to your stretch limo. It's an older version than the one we just looked at before, because it's 1969. But it's still a limo. So, yeah. Let's see. Derek driving, obviously. How are we positioning ourselves in the limo? If we have the prince in the back, middle.
Prince seems like a guy who'd sit in the back.
Yeah, absolutely. Amber can sit up front, go shotgun, if you want. She likes your speedster ways.
Yeah. Julian doesn't want to die, so he also stays as close as he can to the back.
Rourke and Julian, and then Natasha opposite. That works.
What sort of limo is this for this period? Is it like a stretched Lincoln Town Car or like a Rolls Royce?
Probably a Rolls, yeah.
I'll have to Google that.
I don't even think that that Derek got his license to fly a plane legally. I think he fabricated that shit.
Of course he did.
That man has never had an official license of any sort in his entire life.
I
Well
see
then.
how you put in the comment, the BG3 narrator voice authority, because I was actually imagining Rourke's voice sounding like Sean Pertwee when he played Caesar. A really deep,
maybe.
authoritative voice.
We're going through Chicago traffic tonight, and unlike in the scene we just played with our happy 1990s vampires, nothing happens in the parking garage, and nothing particularly happens on the way to O'Hare Airport either. It's heavy traffic, of course, because it's early in the evening, and it gets heavier the closer you get to the airport. Derek might want to be a speedster, but you can't really be a speedster on these roads because just too much traffic, and also don't attract attention. There are still cops out there. They work for Loden, obviously, but attracting attention is...
No cop's gonna stop a limo. Just not in their job.
And particularly not in 1969. But okay, how much is Derek gonna flash with his speeding skills?
I'm saying maybe not so much extreme speed, but extreme precision of threading this massive car through spaces like it looks like it shouldn't fit.
That works. And with
So he's
8 dice,
drifting.
you can definitely just take half and do it.
I'm just imagining Derek like drifting in the limousine.
He could.
Just like
probably.
sliding through a random back alley, it would make it go faster.
If anyone could drift in a limo, it's Derek. But yeah, it's gonna be a fairly straightforward trip to get to the actual hangar. And
One Fast and the Furious chase later, we're finally at the airport.
exactly.
Airplane.
Now, of course, as you arrive at the airport,
Something family.
Loden will want you to make a security sweep, of course. The area, please.
Yep. She's first gonna look around the place.
Yep.
outside of the plane, mostly.
Wits and aware. Oh, wait, you could just take half on this one. No, you can't, because you only have 7 dice, not 8. Your specialty is quick reflexes for initiative purposes. Yeah, roll the 7 dice, please. I want how many successes?
You can do it.
Oh my goodness.
What?
It's gonna be a willpower reroll because
Yeah,
that
that's
is
gonna be a
embarrassing.
willpower, definitely.
Why not? We've got so much willpower.
Right? All of it. Okay, it's gonna take about an hour to do all this. The prince will have a desk somewhere where he can sit and conduct some business or just read a book. Vampires can read. It's very surprising.
Mhm.
And
What book is he reading?
that's an excellent question, isn't
Yeah, what book?
How to win friends and influence monsters.
it? No, it's gonna be
The official Minecraft guide.
no.
It's chicken
Minecraft
soup for
doesn't
the
exist
teenage
yet.
soul.
That's gonna be a 19th century author. I guess just for fun, he's gonna read. It's a weird language that you don't know what it is. It's a foreign language. But when you're
You
looking at
fucking
the
coward.
spine of the book, it says Strindberg.
Whoever that might be.
Whoever that might be. Yeah. What is everybody else doing while Natasha is sweeping this place for
I
security
think
reasons?
Natasha would recommend someone else also look inside the plane.
Let's do that, actually.
Derek is busy doing pre-flight prep at this point.
Someone other than Derek.
Yep.
Wits and aware or intelligence. No.
Wits
Oh my
and
God.
awareness, yes.
Oh, okay. Wits and awareness.
Yeah. You don't have anything else to do, so. What?
Julian's built different. What can I say?
Julian sees everything. Wow.
There's a fire!
You know what? There is.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, Natasha is sweeping the outside, and Julian is sweeping the inside. And
Yeah, you just hear me yelled at.
yeah, it's literally a bomb. It's on
Natasha's
board.
gonna very quickly get in there and
Hidden behind a
Kill it.
panel. But not well enough for Julian to miss it.
With those forensic accountant skills, they really come in handy.
Yes, clearly. Diffusing a bomb seems to me to be a technology dexterity thing. Anyone with
that is
technology?
not
Oh, Derek.
Natasha's expertise.
Derek has...
Unless anybody has more than 7 dice, I think this is a Derek thing.
It's a Derek
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, Amber's gonna freak out. Oh my god!
Julian's getting the fuck out of that plane.
Yeah, Amber's just gonna go and hide, and she's gonna go up to the prince and say, "Oh my god, Julian found a bomb on the plane!" And Loden is gonna look very not amused. He's very happy that you found the thing, but he's not very happy that it was there to begin with. Derek doesn't even have to roll this because you have so many dice. You're gonna look over this device and notice that whoever planted this did a terrible job. This thing is never gonna blow. It's a bomb, but it's not being armed properly. It's completely inert.
But Derek will walk out of the plane, tossing the bomb from hand to hand.
Julian yells at him, Derek, don't do that! What the fuck? Our boss is right there!
Loden will look at you and look at all of you actually and just mutter to himself, closing the book. So someone knows that we are making this trip. This is not a good thing, he says.
Maybe the bomb was placed there previously?
Who else?
It could have been there for some time. When was the last time we used this plane?
This is a chartered plane, so you haven't used it before.
Okay,
Derek
that's
is
great.
just looking at the bomb and is like, "This is a really crappy bomb. It could have been meant for somebody else and has been on this plane 6 months."
I think not.
No, never mind. You're Derek. Of course you know this shit.
You're
Loading
saying it's
will
bad
simply-
workmanship?
What was that?
Derek, you're saying it's bad workmanship?
Pulls it out. See these wires here? This is going to short out before it gets to the detonator. This was never going to explode.
Good thing
Maybe
you
it's there
weren't
as a
in
message
town.
then, instead of a threat.
This is very
Yes,
possible.
or whoever put it there is quite incompetent.
Or they had no real intention to cause damage and just wanted to make it clear that they were aware.
I'm not sure if that is.
Neither of
properly
which are
thought.
good responses.
Indeed.
At which point, I guess we'll just... Can we double check the plane itself?
Absolutely.
most
you
people are like,
can.
Because most people are just like, oh, we found a bomb. Okay, we'll
Yeah,
stop
I
looking
think-
then.
Yeah.
Let's look for more, just in
More
case.
That's
bombs,
right.
just in case.
Definitely gonna do a more thorough investigation of the inside as well.
Yeah,
The
Loden
Wens?
will ask Amber to go fetch the two men who is overseeing airport operations in this building. So that's gonna take a while because they're not even here. They've left for the day, basically. I guess they're actually here because they have to oversee you getting out and taxiing along the runway and all that. Yeah, okay, they're coming. And he will interrogate them the way princes do, venture princes do. And yeah, use that piercing gaze of his to investigate if they might have been manipulated by something. That investigation will take a little while, even as you are looking over the rest and look at the 5 successes on Orc here. You feel very confident that. What was that?
I think since the Rourke is already looking over the plane, I think Natasha is just gonna guard the prince instead.
Yep, that makes sense. Looking over the shoulder and constantly are there snipers on the rooftops, that kind of thing. From your read here, Rourke, there is absolutely nothing else on the plane, and you're picking apart panels and looking behind service hatches and inside the luggage compartment, and you know what? Why not look and feel around in the fuel tanks as well, just in case. And the engines, having a mechanic go in there and check just in case. Every little nook and cranny, the wells for the wheels when they go up in the plane, everything is checked. Very careful.
When I finish that and I'm sure that the plane is clear, I'll just walk up to the prince and say the rest of the plane is clear.
Very well. These people, he's of course excusing the maintenance workers and telling them to forget he was ever here at a certain appropriate time of his choosing, and so on. He's going to manipulate them as he's venturing them is what he's doing. They have no memories of anything untowards happening here. We will have to proceed because this journey cannot be postponed. Everybody is mounting up in the plane.
How was the bomb supposed to work? Was it like, if it had worked, was it like a timer, an altitude trigger? What would have actually set it off?
Nothing is going to set it off. It's decorative, really.
If it
really
had
TNT.
worked, how was it supposed to work?
It's not. It wasn't supplied with a detonator. It's a bunch of dynamite sticks that have some wires attached to them, but no detonator to actually make them go boom.
Unless someone literally lit them on fire, they wouldn't have gone up.
Yeah, it's not fuses. These are detonator wires, so you can't even do that. So yeah, you're all boarding the plane, and
It's
heading out
freaky
for-
AI-generated plane that has 4 sets of undercarriage.
yes, all the undercarriages. We need the
lovely
undercarriages. All of
The
them.
lovely plane company of that's down there.
Yes.
Look, it's part of the prince's aesthetic, okay?
On the plane we go! And Derek will, of course, be piloting it. You don't have to roll this. You're gonna taxi the plane down the runway, and up you go. It's gonna be a bunch of hours on this plane, obviously, because you're going to London. And, yep. What do you want to do? The prince will actually ask you if you don't have if you have no other duties right now, get some sleep while you can. We're in the air and it should be safe here, yes?
course.
Maybe after a few cigarettes, since it's 1969 and 9/11 hasn't happened yet, baby!
Yes. You can definitely smoke on the plane.
Inside airplanes. Oh,
Yes, you
God.
can definitely smoke on a plane. It's 69.
I live in the correct century. Oh, God.
Oh.
In 1969, everybody smoked everywhere.
The
An
cabin
entire-
is 85% smoke.
Hot
Yes.
boxing
That's fine,
it
the
with-
prince doesn't
with,
breathe.
hot boxing it with nicotine.
It's definitely that way, and also an entire generation dies 20 years earlier than they should because of cancer. But they don't know that yet.
Who cares? It's fine, okay? Just a little bit of cancer.
Yeah, I
Nobody's
think
ever been killed by cancer.
Natasha will suggest to sleep in shifts just to be extra careful.
Fair. And of course, you have extra parachutes to be extra careful. Though, if you have to jump from this plane over the Atlantic, who knows? You're gonna travel across the Arctic region because it's the fastest way to go, so. Yep. Yeah, it's gonna take a bunch of hours, obviously. Some of you get
12 or
sleep,
more.
some of you don't. But as
If Derek gets any sleep, this is going to end very badly for everybody.
That's fair.
I'm sure it's gonna end fine. You're all gonna be fine. You're gonna start coming closer to the British Isles, and by this time, Loden is preparing to go to sleep. So he is gathering those of you who are not busy or piloting the plane, or unpacking his protective box that he needs here. So before
Good
we land, I will
question,
go to sleep. Natasha's definitely here. Amber is here. I don't
Rourke's
know
there.
who is maybe Rourke. Yeah.
Julian's done hotboxing the place.
I was about to ask, is there like a co-pilot? Because the pilot has to sleep at some point, right?
There's an autopilot.
There's an autopilot, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Derek is gonna sleep a lot when you have arrived to the hotel where you're going. Definitely. He's gonna be a bit tired after this shift. It's not like he hasn't done 12-hour shifts before, but a bit
Again,
mushy.
because this is 1969, human factors research in aviation safety hasn't been done yet.
Exactly.
So flying for 12 straight hours is perfectly fine.
No, he puts on the autopilot and goes to sleep for 2 hours, and then he's fine.
He clearly needs some speed, is what you're saying.
Yes, that's the safest way to fly. Anyway,
Like
Mr. Rourke is gonna get some instructions here. Mr.
Who
Rourke,
needs sleep anyway?
here's a packet. He's giving you an envelope. It's a big envelope. Mr. Rourke, in this packet, you will find a map of Greater London. There is a hotel reservation information. There is a request for special handling of a large package, and he's going to point towards his sleeping arrangement. It also has 20 $1,000 bills and 20 $100 bills. And you will also find in there a pamphlet about an auction. Mr. Rourke, I want you to go to the auction and bid on a book. It's a
Of
journal
course.
by an Admiral Toby.
I feel fate running at me.
You will purchase this book at the auction, no matter the cost, but it should be covered by the enclosed funds.
Of course, my prince. Are we expecting any other buyers? Any other kin?
No.
In that case, we will see you in the evening.
Indeed. Also, you need to contact the Queen of London. She's also been through. You will ask her for permission for me to feed before I go to the meeting with her tomorrow night.
Of course.
There's a
And I'm
phone
assuming I
number
have
here.
contact details for.
Yeah, he's gonna give you the phone number and so on.
Carter, are we talking like Kindred Queen or like the Queen?
Queen Elizabeth.
No, he's talking about the Queen of
Okay, no
London.
dose. Why not both?
The Queen of
Why not
London,
both?
not the Queen of the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland.
Look,
Yeah, you could be both.
look, the
Explain
monarchy
why
are
she
pretty
lived so long.
vampires anyway. You ever seen a picture of the king recently?
That's
Oh, I've seen the blood red one. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way he's not a ghoul. What's the matter, Swoofskin? Never seen a ghoul before.
That's terrifying.
Okay. Ask for permission to feed, attend the auction, buy the book.
Yes. Those are all of my instructions.
Understood. At which point, yeah, unless anyone wants to say anything to the prince, we'll skip the landing.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Very well. We are landing in London, and the prince is no longer here because he's in a box. Rourke is taking point now. You're taking your place of influence again. How does this feel? The moment the
I'm
prince
king of
gets-
the little people.
Yes, exactly. The moment the prince closes the lid, you're the boss.
It's gonna go badly.
No,
I have
Yeah.
a feeling. That this book's gonna be my downfall.
I don't know why that would be. I have no idea.
You're gonna
Okay,
yell at
possible.
William to stop hotboxing the plane.
It's a private plane. You can do that as much as you want.
Yes, you can. Absolutely. We're gonna
Okay.
arrive at London Heathrow Airport, of course, and you're no longer gonna see the stars and stripes on flagpoles around here. It's gonna be the Union Jack instead. And
Yeah.
Welcome to Britain.
yeah, welcome to Europe. Yeah. And
Enjoy the spice, only available here.
Yeah, and you're gonna have like a royal crest of the, I guess, the customs authority. I don't even know what it's called in Britain in 1969.
Every
It
second,
is still called customs, I believe.
Yes.
every second Julian remains in Britain, he becomes more physically ill as his as the influence of his player seeps through into his reality.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say. I guess I'll start with contacting the Queen's representative.
Not
seeing as
quite
though
yet.
We have
we're not.
landed.
We're in the hangar now, rolling into the hangar, and there's
Oh,
like
okay.
customs, and there is a nice portrait of the Queen, of course, and
Hanger?
there is gonna be a customs officer right there. Who is looking very stern, and as you're coming down from, Derek is doing the post-flight operations to turn off the engines and have the plane bleepy. The rest of you are gonna go down and meet with Customs Officer Harvey.
Hmm.
And it's early morning now, like it's an hour after sunrise or something like that. And the bags under Custom Officer Harvey's eyes are real. So yeah, you're coming off the plane, and I guess who's taking point here? Customs Officer Harvey wants to have a look at things like your luggage. Good morning to you. He's looking over his papers.
18 pounds of cocaine, 7 pounds of crack.
Americans, yes?
Yes, this is our chartered flight.
Yes,
I'm
please
Mr. Rourke.
place your luggage over there.
Question, are we armed?
Yeah, I
That's a
think
good
you
question.
are armed, yes. But you have a license for the gun. Yeah, you have all the paperwork done.
A license for that?
I don't
that
think
gets,
there is an international arms license.
There isn't,
I think that's a thing.
but you can probably get permits filled out. So there's gonna be paperwork, is what's... That's Julian's part, isn't it? Paperwork, Julian!
Yeah! I love it!
Yes!
Have we been on travels like this before with the prince?
Yes, you would have. You've
Do we
never met
normally
Harvey, though.
just allow ourselves?
You've never met Harvey, though.
No, but do we allow ourselves to be checked?
Yes.
Normally.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, go ahead.
we move out. We put all our luggage out.
Yep. And he's gonna look over. Please open them. He's gonna look at your bags. This is like your luggage, your personal luggage, and he's examining. He's like, I absolutely do have to insist. Then he's gonna look through. Please step through this metal detector. Yes, and 10 feet away from the luggage as I go through it, please.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Natasha will put her weapon down on the table in the little weapons case it is in.
Yeah.
And then go through the detector.
Yeah, he's just gonna look at the case and look at Natasha and look at the case. Americans. And he's gonna go through the suitcases and he's gonna start with, which one might it be? We have 5 ghouls and a load-in. If I roll a d6, it's gonna be load-ins, but it's gonna be Rourke's, actually. Who does this belong to?
That is mine.
Very good, yes. And he's gonna open it up or ask you to open it up, and he's gonna look through it a bit, just touch the sides. Have you smuggled cocaine or weed?
No.
You haven't, obviously.
I look towards Derek.
I look towards. I resist looking towards Amber.
Yeah, when we get to her bag. Let's see.
You
it's
described
gonna
her
be-
as the quite literal.
Hippie flower child.
Yeah, she might have brought some weed. Yeah.
We will end you, Amber, if you did that.
She's seriously, guys. Of course I didn't. I know about customs unions and customs duties and everything. It sucks. Natasha's the next bag. Whose is this one?
This is mine.
Oh yes. Please open it for me.
Yeah, she will just like unzip the suitcase and just fold it out.
No, thank you. And he's gonna look through it, noticing that there are in fact ladies' underwear in there. It seems to match you, in other words. Yeah, very good. Yes. Next, we now have Rick's bag. Yeah.
Derek!
Yeah, I just realized as well that this is before there were wheelie cases. So these are suitcases you actually have to carry in one hand.
Yes, they are.
Really, these are the dark ages.
Yes, it's the dark ages of traveling. But Derek is inside and doing the post-flight checks. He's just gonna ask someone else to open it for him. I'm sure someone has the keys. And look through it. The pilots, you say? Yes, very good. What is Julian's comment when he's looking through your case?
Oh, where he's looking through my case?
Yep.
I don't say anything. Never mind. It was a dumb joke.
Very
What
good.
you'd see
yes.
in Derek, the main thing you'd see in Derek's case would be a suit whose check pattern could only be described as unethical.
I guess we're describing the contents of our case. A lot of cigars, bunch of folders and paperwork.
That makes sense.
Also women's underwear.
And he's gonna be like, huh.
That's not mine. He says clearly lying.
I see you have the customs officer Harvey will look through Derek's and Amber's suitcases and, oh yes, modern times, hippies, yes? Soon they will tell me that they listen to the Beatles, I bet. And he just shakes his head. Because who can listen to the Beatles without ear protection, right? It's just not done. Without hearing protections, yes, oh, terrible. And then he will look to the weird, big, large wooden chest in which Loden sleeps. And at that point, we're gonna switch back to the other story, because I think that's just a fun cliffhanger, isn't it? Yes, it is.
Really
I'm
should
gonna
have
kill
asked
him.
Loden about this before he went to sleep.
Just to be clear, Loden wasn't on the flight manifest.
He didn't
Nope.
say he was one of the members.
There is
it was
one
just
suitcase too many, and there is a wooden chest.
Yes, but it doesn't say he's expecting 5 people to emerge and only 4 people emerge.
No.
No,
No, the right
'cause,
number
Loden
of people
didn't.
is here, but for some strange reason, you have an extra suitcase of clothes that don't really fit any of you, and a big, large wooden chest that he wants to have a look at.
I'm glad
But-
that you said only 4 people came out of the plane rather than 5, because Amber isn't a person because she's a hippie.
You have a point. I guess you have a point, yeah. We are back in Chicago, 1991, where a bunch of people are sitting in a car, speeding
Speeds
away
away.
from the parking garage. And the one who is driving the car is this kid.
Wait,
Wow.
that actual child?
That actual child, yes.
Can she actually reach the pedals and see over the dashboard at the same time?
You can do miracles nowadays with an extra pillow and some chalk blocks.
Platform shoes, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Attached to your shoes.
Are they playing music as they're speeding from the radio?
Not really. Not really. But you hear the roar of the engines at least. Yeah.
Kate's just gonna immediately fall into the lying. Oh, thanks for rescuing us. We didn't know what the sheriff was gonna do. Who are you?
Yeah, let's talk in the car. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause we're in the car.
Yeah,
like,
we're
yeah.
in the car. The kid is right here and driving the vehicle as well as the kid possibly
Oh, there's this guy,
which is
the guy who stabbed the sheriff, right?
Yeah, so there's 2 kids here. One in the car and the other who's sitting with you. The teenager and the kid, let's call him that, okay?
I'd be speaking to the teenager.
Yes, indeed, because you're all in the back, like most of you. Or is the teenager in the front and the rest of you are in the back? Because it's not that big a car. You'll have to pile on top of each other in the back seat, basically. You're gonna drive for a little while, not too far, before they're gonna switch out. The teenager takes over the driving, because... Yeah, I need to take over here. Neon is not very good at the whole driving part yet, but he's trying to learn. Poor kid is just not old enough. He was just, yeah, it was bad luck. I'm Damien, everybody. I'm Damien, yeah.
So the person we were talking about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, you guys, you're just being used. You know that, right? The elders are
Yeah.
just using you.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah, exactly. I
Hey,
had
here.
to rescue you guys.
Yeah, thanks for
It's-
that.
Very risky attacking the sheriff in his own tower.
I know. I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't, like, really important.
Aren't you scared about what the prince is going to do?
Those guys have been on my case for decades now. Damien!
I guess since we're doing introductions, I'm Tony.
Hi, Tony. Cool. Man, I love your outfit. Though, those chains are a bit 1988, really.
Thanks.
Hi,
Charlie will introduce himself as well and say, did you do loading as well? Because the sheriff thought it was annex.
What? Do loading? Fuck no.
I,
Hey, bro.
I give Charlie a look. I'm Kate, obviously. Thanks for the rescue. It's been tough. It's been on our asses the last few days.
No doubt. Man, days? Nights? Jesus Christ. I'm glad you're okay, though. Those they're assholes. They were on our case just last night, too. Fucking sheriff.
I guess since introductions are in order, I'm Sylvester. Attacking that sheriff guy, that's quite a power move, I'd say.
I wouldn't have done it. But
It's
it
amazing.
was a good
It's
way
good.
to get back on him for yesterday. The fucker. Luckily, none of us
Smart
were
catching
actually
him off
hurt.
guard.
That was fucking too close, I'm telling you.
How did you hear about us? Or
I've
have
been
you
sneaking
been
after
watching?
the sheriff for a while. After he did his thing yesterday.
Oh, he mentioned something. He was being a dick about it. Something about a fire?
Yeah, exactly. We were having this amazing meeting yesterday. We have a new leader in town. He's awesome. He's gonna help us fight the power now, finally. It's been a couple
Who's
of years
that?
at least. We need to fight back.
Is he strong?
I think so. He seems smart to me, anyway. He's coming.
What's his name?
His name is Juggler.
Ah. God.
Oh, you heard of
He was
him?
on one of the documents.
He's apparently all the way from Gary.
All the
Yeah,
way from
well-
Gary.
We met
Like
him
that.
at the odd, well, not the best first impression, I'd say.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Juggler. Yeah.
Yeah, Juggler. Yeah.
Shit. Man, I really chose a bad campaign to start being hostile towards the Anarchs.
Damien doesn't seem to be aware that you were hostile to the Anarchs, so that's good. Yeah, so we had this great meeting. Juggler was just laying it down for us, how we were going to take the fight to the Elders finally. They whooped our ass a couple of years ago. It was fucking hell, I'm telling you. They were just chasing us down, and we lost several good brothers and sisters. And we've been all over the place. We didn't have any good leader, right? So now Juggler's stepping up, and that's fucking awesome. Yeah. I like your hat, Charlie, but I think you could need a newer one, maybe, because it's the 90s. Anyway, I was just saying that, yeah, Sheriff came there together with his fucking ghouls, and they were just throwing their weight around, and then they got out of there, and they started torching the place. But luckily, we have some pretty sturdy folks among us, heavy hitters, and we could get out through windows and everything, because we the Bruja, man! Yeah, we're fast and we hit hard. That's what we do.
Side
Hell
eye
yeah,
so
fellow
there.
Bruja.
Exactly. He's gonna be like, up top. Give me 5.
Hell,
Give me 5, bro. Yeah. Ballard, all the others, they don't fucking care about you guys. I had to rescue you guys. You know what? I have an idea for all of this. I don't know what the fuck's going on, what they're up to, but I think you guys are like cool, aren't you? Because if the sheriff is shoving his weight around with you guys, then clearly you must be cool, right?
You can't call yourself cool.
nah, you can't.
Fair. That's a good point.
You
That's a good
automatically
point.
Yeah,
stop
you
being
gotta exude cool.
That's
Yeah.
damn straight. You got it. Yeah. But my idea here is that you hide inside the city for a week, let things blow over. I'll find you a good hiding spot. I know the perfect place. The Ghoulie Man will have you good set up. And then they'll be hunting for me and Neon for a while. So that's going to take the heat off of you, right?
Yeah, I think that'll definitely work. Where do you want us to hide out?
It's a guy I know. He's the Ghoulie Man. He's awesome. He's really cool.
Fair
Basically, he'll just charge you with some vitae, as far as I know. You get to stay
He
over
wants
there
our blood.
for a while, and he charges you some vitae because he needs it. But he's not bound to anyone. He's like a ghoul mercenary. He just drinks from kindred who he helps out, and he's really awesome.
Fair enough. Seems like a great guy to meet.
Yeah. He's the best, man. He's saved me twice. If he doesn't answer, you just go inside and wait until he gets back, because he does stuff out and about and around town. And yeah. Yeah. Oh man, this kid, I'm taking care of him, so I can't really be with you too much because, we need to have a good place for him. But at least you'll have a place to hide out, and that should be good enough, right?
Yeah. Wait, is this kid Neon, right?
Yeah.
Is he also one of us? Kindred?
Now that you're looking at him closely, yeah, he is not breathing. He's a vampire.
Sucks.
That's
Yeah,
super
he's
fun.
a month or so. He's
Who
so
turned
fresh.
him?
I don't fucking know. But if I ever find out who turns a 10-year-old, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Yeah.
Irresponsible.
What the
Absolutely.
fuck?
Risks the mass grades
Jesus.
and everything. Yeah. He's got some decent blood though in him. I can tell you that much because he's already showing what he can do with stuff. Yeah. Yeah, the kid is just basically staring at all of you through the mirror and just
They,
really wide-eyed and
They
yeah.
I've been curious because this sheriff guy thinks we did something to the prince because he's missing in action.
Wait. Wow. Wait. You made the prince disappear?
No, not us, but they're trying to pin that on us, man.
Just be on holiday. We don't know, but things weren't going well in our negotiations. But you know the sheriff. If he moves, he'll try to pin it on it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
The prince is fine. The prince is probably fine, just probably wants to spend a week away from that bumbling idiot.
Maybe? Yeah, he is an idiot, the fucking sheriff. I'll tell you that much. Unfortunately, he's not the only one. Ballard, you don't want to go up against him, man. He's nuts. He owns the city, basically. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
And the rest of us, they're just as bad.
yeah, he's saying you did it, but that's probably just his excuse to be like punch people
I
or
wish
whatever.
I did it.
How old is the sheriff anyway? Because he likes to act like he was sheriff of Laramie, Wyoming in the 1870s or something.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was. As long as I've been around, he's been around. He's a good deal older than me, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, he's an elder, but don't know by how much.
Yeah, I think so too, yeah. Shit. That could be your way out of this if you do find him. If he's gone. Shit, this is bigger than I thought. At least I have a hiding space for you. That's a good thing.
Yeah, we'd be very, very grateful. Tough out here. The sheriff was basically starving us.
Ugh. Yeah, he sucks, man. Yeah, he is basically driving you for a while through various streets of the city, and you're definitely leaving downtown. You are going out to further away, as it were. And you're gonna get out to, it's gonna get less hectic, let's just say, the driving, and
As the streets clear out.
as the streets clear out and as you leave the loop behind, the downtown area and all the skyscrapers behind, you come out to more suburban areas, as it were. Still, Chicago stretches on for a good long while inland. But yeah, it's gonna be low rises out here, not high rises. And eventually he's going to give you the address. It's in an abandoned 7-Eleven. Yeah, this guy has this headquarters there, and it looks like a 7-Eleven. It's all boarded up and shit, but he has it inside. Tell him that Damien sent you, and he'll set you up nicely. I give him my regards too. I haven't seen him for a month or so, but he's cool. He's awesome. Just go in, wait until he returns, and everything will be cool. And yeah,
I just insight?
yeah, you just go inside the place. Yeah, absolutely.
No, it's like, does he seem like he could be just setting us up, dropping us in a
Oh,
trap?
insight Damien. Yeah, go ahead. Why
Yeah.
don't you? Let's see here. Yeah, of course he's gonna kill you all the moment you go inside of the.
What? No, he could just be like, as a favor, dropping a bunch of blood bags
Yep.
to this mercenary for later work.
For later, yeah, he could be doing that.
Yeah, as payment.
Wits and
And this
insight.
is,
You have.
we've really come down market. First, the Prince of Gary wanted us for our blood. Now it's just a ghoul who's going to be getting our blood.
Damn.
That is 3 successes.
Man, we
That's not
suck
bad.
so fucking hard.
I'm just
You know
so
what?
hungry.
Yes, you are. This guy is probably the least tricky kindred you have met since you arrived in Chicago. Wide-eyed, complete, and I'm not talking about the 10-year-old, I'm talking about Damien. Wide-eyed, complete honesty. He believes what he is saying.
Fair enough.
No doubt about it. He is honestly trying to save you from the elders. He is honestly trying to set you up with a place.
Wears his
well-
motto on his sleeve.
Honestly, he acts like a Neo.
Yeah, apparently he says he has a couple of decades under his belt, but...
Yeah, Kate's just got the spreadsheet going through the back of her mind. It was just like, oh, the prince was uncertain about how old this guy was.
Yep. So
But she's not going to say that out loud.
Not loud. Very well. You're going to be basically at the strip mall, which I don't know if everybody knows what that is.
It's a mall.
It's...
I think.
Like when,
It's like a small mall.
Yeah, it's when you have a residential neighborhood, somewhere among that residential neighborhood, there will be one little lot that is set aside where you can go with your car, and there's going to be like a convenience store. In the 1990s, probably a Blockbuster, and some other stores, like a liquor store maybe, and, you know, some local...
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what a strip mall is now. Yeah,
simple stores like that, and they're all laid out in a row. So it's one long line of different stores, and that's the one break in the residential
I get
area.
it. Mm-hmm.
It's just like a street of shops, but set back behind a car park.
Yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
yeah, that's a strip mall for you.
Mm.
So yeah, this area, generally speaking, is residential, but this is the commercial lot where the 7-Eleven used to operate. And you know what? You can see it, the 7-Eleven place. He's gonna slow the car, and you can see, yeah, it's right over there. The paint has been stripped off the building. The large glass windows have been knocked out. They've been replaced with the wooden wall. It's not a pleasant sight necessarily, but it checks out with what Damien said about the place. And yeah, so I guess you'll be good here, right? Yeah, just go there, knock on the door, and you'll be fine. I'm gonna go back here and get Neon set up elsewhere, because he's just a kid. He needs me.
This episode of Chicago by Night is sponsored by 7-Eleven.
Exactly. All right, you guys.
7-Eleven.
It is not.
Best of luck.
7-Eleven.
It is not. Best of luck, and he's just gonna give high fives to at least Charlie and Tony, probably Sylvester too, because Sylvester does have a leather jacket. No, you do. You're all still
I
dressed
don't.
in suits.
Yeah, but he does still have the rocker vibe still. It's like
He
an
does,
open...
and the long hair that goes with it. And Damien's gonna
And
be
the plenty
looking
of
at-
piercings.
Yeah, he's gonna looking at your long hair and goes, a bit 85 that haircut, isn't it?
Yes.
And then they will leave.
Yep. The first thing to say the second they leave is, he seems like a nice dude. That being said, though, he was completely wrong about that hat. Keep it. Keep it. If you get rid of that hat, I will stake you. It's a good hat.
Agreed. So good hat.
And so here we are outside an abandoned 7-Eleven at 1-ish a.m. January 3rd, 1991. And this, my friends, is the perfect place to pause the current drama, which we can get back to in a week, when we will see how Ghoulie Man might receive these people and demand their blood.
Yeah, and potentially how fucked Rorik is.
Exactly. See you all in a week. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for, if you remember to follow this channel if you're on Twitch, and if you're listening or watching on YouTube, subscribe and join and ring the bell and all that stuff.
And if you don't, we'll find you.
No, we
Comment
won't.
for the algorithm.
Exactly. The algorithm. We are sacrificing to it.